Episode 14, How a Man Born into Slavery Built a Fortune. Have you ever felt trapped? Like your potential is boundless, but your present circumstances are a cage? Perhaps you're grinding through a 9 to 5, watching the clock, dreaming of a life where your time is truly your own, where financial freedom isn't just a fantasy, but a lived reality. You see the giants of industry, the titans of finance, and you wonder, how did they do it? Was it luck? Inherited wealth? Or was there a blueprint, a mindset, a secret strategy they understood that remains elusive to the rest of us? Today, we're not going to talk about the Rockefellers or the Carnegies. We're going to peel back the layers of history to uncover the remarkable story of a man you've likely never heard of, Madam C.J. Walker's forgotten partner, Alonzo Herndon. A man born into the brutal chains of slavery in Georgia in 1858, just before the Civil War. His early life wasn't just hard, it was unimaginably harsh. He never knew his father. His mother worked tirelessly. Freedom, when it finally came, didn't bring prosperity. It brought the harsh realities of Reconstruction, where opportunities for Black individuals were almost non-existent, and the weight of systemic oppression was a suffocating blanket. Alonzo's formal education was fleeting, almost non-existent. He worked from dawn till dusk, first picking cotton, then peddling produce from a dilapidated cart. He knew poverty intimately. He knew what it felt like to have nothing, to build from less than zero. Many would have crumbled, accepted their fate, or become consumed by bitterness. But Alonzo Herndon carried something different within him, an unshakable belief in what was possible, a simmering ambition that refused to be extinguished. He was observing, always observing, the sparse opportunities around him, learning the rhythm of commerce even in its simplest forms. He was sowing seeds not just in the ground, but in his mind. His first real foray into entrepreneurship was selling peaches. Not just selling them, but understanding the market, figuring out where demand was, and how to get his meager supply there. He saved every penny, every single cent. There was no safety net, no rich uncle, no bank loan officer eager to back him. His capital was his sweat, his intelligence, and his relentless thrift. He was building his first, embryonic emergency fund, one hard-earned coin at a time, long before the term even existed. This wasn't just about having money, it was about having a tiny buffer, a sliver of independence, a choice, however small, in a life that offered few. This was his first taste of financial agency. The turning point for Alonzo Herndon wasn't a sudden windfall or a lucky break. It was a calculated risk born from astute observation. While still selling fruit, he noticed a growing trend. Post-Civil War, many formerly enslaved people, particularly men, sought to present themselves with dignity and respect as they entered a new era of freedom, however limited. One crucial element of this was personal grooming. Barbershops, especially those catering to the burgeoning Black middle class, were seeing increased demand. Alonzo, with his sharp eye for opportunity, saw not just a service, but a business model. He didn't have money to open a grand establishment. He started small, using his meticulously saved earnings. His initial investment was minimal, perhaps a worn barber's chair, a few basic tools, rented space in a small storefront in Chattanooga. He worked tirelessly, honing his skills, but more importantly, he was refining his strategy. He didn't just cut hair, he built relationships. He understood customer service before it was a buzzword. His shop became known for its cleanliness, its efficiency, and for Alonzo's polite, respectful demeanor. This wasn't just about hard work, it was about strategic positioning. He wasn't the cheapest, but he aimed to be the best in service and quality. He started to earn a reputation, and with reputation came repeat business. He reinvested his profits, not into flashy purchases, but back into the business. He expanded slowly, adding more chairs, hiring assistants, training them to his high standards. This phase highlights a crucial Wealthwise principle, reinvesting profits into income-generating assets, not depreciating liabilities. For many of us in our 9 to 5s, this means taking our bonuses, our raises, our extra side hustle income, and putting it into investments that grow, rather than immediately upgrading our lifestyle. Alonzo understood this intrinsically. By 1883, he moved to Atlanta, Georgia, a rapidly growing city. This was a pivotal strategic decision, moving to where the growth was, where the opportunities were expanding. He opened his first barbershop in Atlanta and quickly expanded to 3 more. These weren't just any barbershops, they were high-end establishments. His flagship store on Peachtree Street in Atlanta became renowned as the largest and most luxurious barbershop in the entire South, boasting crystal chandeliers, marble floors, and custom-made chairs. He catered to a high-end clientele, both black and white, emphasizing quality and luxury. He understood that value attracts higher prices and greater loyalty. This wasn't just about providing a service, it was about creating an experience and building a brand. But Alonzo Herndon's journey didn't stop there. He wasn't content with just one successful venture. This brings us to another critical mindset: diversification and creating multiple streams of income. While his barbershops flourished, he continued to save and observe. He saw the burgeoning real estate market in Atlanta. He understood that land, especially in a growing city, was an appreciating asset. So, he began to buy property. He started small, with residential homes, renting them out and generating passive income. This was income not tied to his physical labor. This is a profound lesson for anyone working a 9-to-5. Once your primary income stream is stable, seek to build secondary streams that require less of your active time. Whether it's investing in dividend stocks, a small rental property, or a profitable online venture that can operate without your constant input, this is how true financial independence is built. Alonzo Herndon intuitively grasped this principle more than a century ago. He wasn't just buying property, he was strategically acquiring it. He bought distressed properties, fixed them up, and either rented them out or sold them for a profit. He became an expert in the Atlanta real estate market. His portfolio grew from a few houses to commercial buildings, apartment complexes, and vast tracts of land. By the early 1900s, Alonzo Herndon was Atlanta's wealthiest black citizen and one of the wealthiest black men in the entire United States. His real estate holdings alone were valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars, a truly staggering sum for a man born into slavery, especially in that era. In 1905, Alonzo Herndon made his boldest and most visionary move. He founded the Atlanta Life Insurance Company. This wasn't just another business venture, it was a deeply principled one, addressing a critical need within his community. He started it with just $100 and a small, dedicated team. It was slow going at first, requiring immense perseverance. But his reputation for honesty, integrity, and business acumen from his barbershop and real estate ventures preceded him. People trusted Alonzo Herndon. The company grew, expanding its services, hiring and training black agents to serve their own communities. It wasn't merely about selling policies, it was about building economic resilience within a marginalized population. Atlanta Life became a pillar of the black community, providing employment, offering essential financial protection, and accumulating capital that could then be reinvested back into the community, fostering more businesses and greater self-sufficiency. This is a powerful lesson for us today. True wealth building isn't just about personal gain. It's often about identifying and solving a significant problem for a specific group of people. When you meet a deep need, especially an underserved one, financial success often follows as a natural consequence. Think about your 9-to-5. Are there problems you see, skills you have, or needs within your network that you could address on the side? That's where innovation and new income streams often begin. Alonzo Herndon's mindset was a masterclass in several key principles. Extreme frugality and relentless saving. Especially early on, he started with nothing and saved every single penny. He lived well below his means, even as his income grew. This allowed him to generate the initial capital for his ventures without relying on external, often discriminatory, lenders. For those of us in a 9-to-5, this means diligently building your emergency fund, living on less than you earn, and consistently funneling the surplus into investments. Astute observation and market niche identification. He didn't follow trends, he saw unmet needs. from barbershops catering to a dignifying appearance, to critical insurance services for an underserved community. He found his niches and dominated them through superior service. Calculated risk-taking, moving from produce peddling to barbershops, and then to real estate and insurance, each step was a calculated risk. But they were risks informed by observation, careful saving, and strategic planning, not reckless gambling. Continuous reinvestment, he didn't just earn money, he reinvested it. His profits weren't solely for immediate gratification but for fueling the growth of his existing businesses and launching new, diverse ventures. This is the power of compounding applied to business and wealth accumulation. Building trust and reputation, his commitment to excellence and integrity in his barbershops laid the groundwork for trust when he moved into real estate and then insurance, where trust is paramount. Your reputation, whether in your job or your side ventures, is your most valuable asset. Community focus and social impact, Alonzo Herndon built wealth not just for himself, but for his community. Atlanta Life Insurance Company became a source of economic empowerment for Black families, proving that financial success and social good can be deeply intertwined. Alonzo Herndon passed away in 1927, leaving behind an estimated fortune of nearly $2 million, an astronomical sum for the time, especially for a Black man who started with nothing. His legacy continued through his son, Norris B. Herndon, who further expanded Atlanta Life into one of the most successful Black-owned businesses in American history. What can Alonzo Herndon's extraordinary journey teach us, here in the 21st century, as we navigate our own 9-to-5s and dream of financial independence? Firstly, it teaches us the profound power of starting where you are, with what you have. Alonzo started with nothing but grit and observation. You might have a steady paycheck, a skill, or a small amount of savings. That's your starting point. Don't dismiss it. Secondly, it reinforces the absolute necessity of radical savings and an unbreakable emergency fund. Before you invest in anything else, invest in your peace of mind. That buffer allows you to take calculated risks, to say no to bad opportunities, and to survive the inevitable storms of life without being capsized. Thirdly, it highlights the importance of continuous learning and strategic observation. Alonzo was always learning, always looking for problems to solve, for gaps in the market. In today's digital age, information is abundant. What problems do you see that your skills could address? What underserved niches exist? Finally, Herndon's story is a testament to perseverance and long-term vision. He didn't become wealthy overnight. His journey spanned decades of consistent effort, smart decisions, and unwavering belief. Financial independence is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires patience, discipline, and the ability to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear or riddled with obstacles. So, as you reflect on Alonzo Herndon's remarkable life, ask yourself, what small step can I take today to emulate his financial wisdom? Can I save an extra €50 this week for my emergency fund? Can I spend an hour learning about a new investment opportunity? Can I identify a small problem in my community or workplace that I could offer a solution for, even on the side? Your financial freedom isn't a fantasy reserved for the privileged. It's a journey, a roadmap, and it starts with a single, intentional step, just like Alonzo Herndon's did over a century ago. His story is a powerful testament that from the humblest beginnings, with the right mindset and strategic action, true wealth and true freedom can be built. If Alonzo Herndon's story ignited something within you, subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and join our growing community dedicated to building financial independence, achieving early retirement, and mastering smart wealth building, all while navigating the realities of your 9-to-5. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. And in the comments below, tell me, what is one principle from Alonzo Herndon's life that you will apply to your own financial journey this week? Because your Wealthwise journey starts now. Start building now.